Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Jay with Skywalker Investing. I run a Slack with multiple channels. One of my favorite channels is sports betting. Today, I'm gonna talk about kind of just how to make money with sports betting, right? And what I specialize, what I focus on is parlays, right? So, right now is hot. Right now is obviously the NBA playoffs, so there's a lot of money being bet by a bunch of different people, and I'm pulling up the game here. I want to show you a bet that I placed. Let's see here. I took the game, was this yesterday? Yeah, no, my bad. This was Wednesday, April 13th, Atlanta versus Cleveland. Focusing on this game. And it's funny because a lot of people tell you, parlays are sucker bets, stay away from parlays. But then you're on social media and you see people, posting these 10 leg, 12 leg parlays, which is like, it's fun and stuff, right? But if you want to make money consistently, then you have to keep in mind probability and odds, right? And your risk to reward ratio when you're placing these, right? So, and that's kind of what I do is I focus on those to give a favorable outcome. And they'll tell you that, parlays are sucker bets, but just like everything in life, like the truth is kind of somewhat in the middle. Right. Well, when you get to 10, 12, 20 leg parlays and you're like, there's a chance that it's a sucker bet. Right. But what parlays really do is allow you to blow up the betting volume to bet more money. Right. Without having to put so much up front. Right. So it creates what I call like a sense of leverage. Okay. So, I'm going to show you a bet that I put. More of the story is that I want y'all to understand is that parlays do not turn good bets into bad bets. Right. Okay. So, I'm gonna share my screen here with you and show you a setup that I was looking at yesterday. Here we go. I'm gonna kind of show you my Slack here. Well, I'll kind of just pop information in here. Okay, so here we go. You can kind of see Tuesday, April 12th right here. I was kind of focusing on some games and doing a good bit of research here. And you see me say here, the under on Trae Young was 31.5, which is at an odds of plus 105, right? So, if you follow my other videos, I kind of explain the odds, plus and minus. But they're saying that this is likely not to happen, basically, right? When you see plus 105, and the bigger this number is with a plus sign next to it, I'm trying to put it into layman's terms, the less likely they believe it's going to happen. All right, so I looked at the matchup right here, the history of matchup with the Hornets and the Hawks. And in 4 games against the Hornets, he scored 19, 25, 30, and 9. All right. So when you take that into consideration, that his season average is 28. This is what I call value, right? Taking under on 31.5, right? But the odds of 105. I said it's a player, so he could shoot more, but the value at that bet, considering the history, right? So with betting, we're all focused on statistical probabilities, right? Everything is a risk, right? Like getting in a car is a risk. I don't know if I'm gonna make it from point A to point B, right? But I diminish the chances of me not making it to point B by like not downing a 40 ounce of alcohol and driving late at night on 2 hours of sleep, right? So like what I'm trying to say is that people always tell you about risk, right? But it's calculated risk. Like Warren Buffett said, risk comes from not knowing what you're doing, right? So all right, bet. So then of course I took the Hornets, and I'll show you here. I hit on this bet here. I took the spread here, right? Minus 3.5, which is basically 4. So I took that bet and focus on the odds here. I only put up $6.44 and it paid out 25. But it's a 2-pick parlay, which gave me plus 300, right? So something I want y'all to understand is that you always want to focus on the odds here, right? The odds for how many legs that you have here, right? This is almost essentially like a 3 to 1, 4 to 1 risk to reward ratio. Okay. So if I come over here to, let me see here. I'll come over here. Oh, hold on. Okay. Over here to, I'm gonna kind of show you. Okay, yes, I guess I am. I kind of want you to focus on, all right? Better amount. Okay, so let's say that you put up, right, 100 instead of $6.44, right? I did that because I'm kind of like weird about having a flat amount of money in my betting account, right? So like I like if it's 25 or just 30 or 35 or 40, right? Let's see. Let's see what it was. Let's pull up a betting calculator here to get an idea of what you would win. Plus 300. Okay. Okay, boom. All right, here. Let's move this over here. Share screen. And we're gonna bring y'all over to, here we go, screen 3. Boom. All right, so look, check it out, right? Like I mentioned before, the odds was plus 300, right? And what did I tell you about, risk to reward ratio, basically, right? So, you put up 300, the payout would basically be 400, right? To win 300. So kind of 3 to 1, right? And plus your money back, right? So this is important for, and we're using American odds, by the way, but this is important for people to understand, right? So you just scale up from there, right? So anytime you can put up lunch money to make, I don't know, like, well, let's say gas money, right? But the prices of inflation and stuff right now is crazy. Anytime you can put up a small amount of money to make a large amount of money, while also keeping the probability realistic, right? You've created a favorable outcome, right? So I'll show you another one I placed to kind of give you another idea. The odds on this one wasn't as favorable. Probably could have did a better job with this one here. It was on the Pelicans game. I just felt like you always getting deals with certain teams because you can tell that either sharp money or general public doesn't really watch some of these small market teams, so they don't actually understand the value or consistency in some of these players, right? Okay, so we're gonna share a screen here. I'm gonna bring out into desktop number 2. All right, so I have a 3-leg parlay here. This is a free bet, right? So this is another thing, you gotta take advantage of this. And when I get these alerts, I try to send them to the group so people can get a free bet. But I definitely took this. This is a 3-pick parlay plus 240, right? Keeping my legs realistic here. Took the Pelicans spread. They were at home. The Pelicans are just a deeper team, a better team than the Spurs, even though the Spurs play really hard. Brandon Ingram's a walking bucket. So, I mean, I'm taking over on 21 when the season average is like 22 or 23. And I took this +5 in a winning margin. I was almost in trouble with this because Brandon Ingram got in foul trouble, which decreased the scoring. But CJ McCollum was just on fire. But the reason why I took this is if I see this as a favorable odds, and I believe that the other team is going to win the game, it's what I call a correlated parlay. Most of the time, a team who's going to win the game is winning by the half, right? So to me, this was a steal. That isn't always the case, but that's the case sometimes. So this is just kind of like some of the smart ways to think about how to craft a realistic parlay to bring in some money. And we're growing a sports betting community. We're trying to continue to grow and have people look at different things and different outcomes and different possibilities for us to capitalize. If you're interested, leave a comment. shoot me a message. I'm gonna put a link in the description below. If you want to join the sports betting community, if you want to be consistent and make some money at the same time and have some fun and talk sports. Thanks for watching the video. See y'all next time.